Hi everyone, Kelvin Hoy here, the Cinephile. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for clicking. I really appreciate it. So I'm back, obviously. I want to do a review for Inside Out 2 today. So this is a little bit late, but better late than never. Inside Out 2, full spoilers review. So we're going to go over the plot a little bit, and then I'll speak about it. So hopefully this won't be too long. And yes, thank you so much for watching. So the plot is, in Inside Out 2, Riley is now 13 years old and things are going pretty well for her. She's made a couple of really good friends by the names of Grace and Bree, and they all play hockey together on a junior team. Her personified emotions, joy, sadness, fear, anger, and disgust, who we all met in the first Inside Out, have since overseen a newly formed element of Riley's mind called her sense of self, which houses memories and feelings that form Riley's core beliefs. So I thought this was so brilliant, so intelligent, your sense of self, right? I mean, I think most people have an idea about it, like most adults obviously, but some children don't. So it's a really great teaching tool, basically, through this film. It's like, oh, okay, they're developing their sense of selves, the children who are watching this film, so they'll understand it and they can learn about it and say, you know, Riley's a good role model too. You know, there's this great line in the film where she says, I'm a good person. And I think most people, especially when they're growing up, they want to be a good person. And unfortunately there are some broken people out there. We're not going to get into it. I've been watching too much American politics. But anyways, so let's keep going here. But yeah, it's just a brilliant idea. I really love that. Okay. So Joy, intending to fill the sense of self with only positive memories, has invented a mechanism that launches any negative memories to the back of Riley's mind. Obviously something you should not do. Riley and her best friends are invited to a weekend ice hockey camp where Riley hopes to qualify for her high school's team, the Firehawks. On the night before the camp, a puberty alarm sounds off and a group of mind workers haphazardly upgrades the emotion console, leaving headquarters a mess. So I thought this was really entertaining and fun, and obviously we've all been through puberty, which is not so fun, but I thought that was great, and it's sort of, you know, there will be an Inside Out 3, by the way, so I think that will be university, probably, hopefully, maybe 16 if they want to be a little bit more boring, but I think university is a good one, because all of the people. And you have to remember, this is a 9-year gap between Inside Out and Inside Out 2. I mean, they took a long time to figure this one out. I think all the people, like all the 8-year-olds, you know, 7, 8, 9, who watched this, the original film, are teenagers now. So this film was basically, she was basically a teenager, 13, you know, her mannerisms and how she acted. So I thought the puberty angle was also smart, a smart move for this sequel. Okay, sorry. Okay, so the emotions discover that Riley wildly overreacts to any inputs they make to the console. 4 new emotions also arrive at headquarters and introduce themselves. Anxiety, envy, embarrassment, and anew, which I thought were good choices. I really wish there was jealousy. I know envy is sort of it, but I really wish there was jealousy, and 13, like, come on, give me a break. I really wish there was jealousy and lust. There should have been, and lust doesn't have to be what we think it is, right? It doesn't have to be sexual. It can be lust for power, lust for friendship. You know, I thought that would have been interesting if even, it wouldn't have made sense for them to like transform, I guess, because none of the other emotions can do that, but I think lust would have been a really great one, and make that like envy, like make it a girl, right? Make it a female character. I don't know, I thought that was a missed opportunity. I don't know how you do Inside Out 3 without something like that. I don't know what's a better name, jealousy, I guess, but they already have envy. So maybe envy like grows up, right? And changes, I don't know. Okay. So they have these 4 new emotions. Although they're initially friendly, the new and old emotions clash over their approaches. In particular, Joy thinks Riley should focus on having fun at the camp, while Anxiety wants Riley to win a spot on the team and make new friends, especially after learning that Bree and Grace, her best friends, will be attending a different high school. So, anxiety soon takes over headquarters and the control panel. After a bit of time, she traps the original 5 emotions in a glass jar and sends them to a memory vault, while also sending the original sense of self to the back of Riley's mind, so she can create a new one full of anxious memories in order to make Riley successful. And this was like pretty disturbing, right? I think it's pretty deep, like when you lose your sense of self. When you're like, oh, when your sense of self is, you know, I'm a teacher, for instance, you know, whatever you guys are. I'm a, well, I don't have a high opinion about police officers, but I'm a firefighter, right? Which is awesome. It's like, I'm a firefighter, you lose your sense of self. Or I'm funny, and you lose your sense of self. Or I'm confident, something traumatic happens, and you're not so confident anymore. So it's, you know, I think everyone goes through that, where you sort of lose your sense of self a little bit. And yeah, I won't bore you with my stories, but yeah. I mean, definitely I felt that as well. You lose your sense of self, and you sort of have to have anchors. Like, what anchors you? Your family, your best friends, etc., etc. Job, career. Okay. Okay, I read that. Okay. The 5 core memories must race back and help Riley before it's too late. So Pixar's Inside Out 2 is a beautiful rumination on growing up and how all of our emotions make us who we are. I feel that this one is more mature but less original than the first one. I also think it isn't as funny as the first one, but that's definitely a personal opinion. I mean, your mileage may vary, right? I can't speak, sorry. But yeah, I don't think it's as funny as the first one. I remember laughing a lot during the first one. This one was sort of like more quiet for me, more, yeah, more, I don't know, not more dramatic, but more contemplative. I've heard people say it's funnier, that Inside Out 2 is funnier, and that might be true for you as well, so it's just my opinion. Go watch it if you haven't. I think most people have watched it. It's a very successful film. I think it made $1.6 billion already, and it's still going. It might make a little bit more. I really think the sense of self idea is brilliant, because all of our emotions and memories make us who we are, for better or for worse, right? I mean, there's some not so great people in the world, and I'm pretty sure they have some pretty unhappy memories, which is sad. I felt it was also more intimate in a way, but at the same time, I really love the big scenes, the huge scenes, you know, those visually impressive scenes. So I like the underwater scene with the memories crashing around, joy. I think it was just joy, or maybe it was some of the other emotions as well. That was just awesome visually. So I really like those visually impressive scenes that still serve the story. I mean, there were some in the first one as well. It's hard not to compare them. With the first one, they had I think they had the boy band member with like whatever 100 of him to help, and then they had the different artistic. I guess they can transform slightly, because, you know, they go through different like animation styles in the first one. I thought that was really creative. Sorry. Talking about Inside Out 2. Okay. So I actually wish there were bigger scenes. This one felt a little bit small in a way. Like, it's an expensive film. It's like $200 million. So I wish there was like bigger and just like more impressive. I know they talked about the hockey scenes a lot, which is great. You know, I like hockey. I'm Canadian. But, you know, I wish there was like more of the underwater scene and more visually, like, not things exploding, but, you know, just more vast, you know, more impressive. I do like the food in the water. I can't remember what it was, like Memory Lane, I don't know what it was. I thought that was pretty cute. Also, this one felt a little bit less creative than the first one in terms of scope. But again, I'm comparing them. So this film is really beautiful. It's a really great guide for young people on how to be a good person, because deep down I think that's what we all want, or most people. Even if you've lost your way, I think most people want to go back to like being innocent, or not innocent, but being, you know, kind and being friendly and being happy, obviously. I mean, I think everyone wants joy in their lives. So this is especially true for young people. I hope it has a positive effect on the world. I think it has already. As I said, it made $1.6 billion. That's a lot. I mean, that's millions upon millions, like tens of millions of people all over the world watching it. I think it's coming on digital, or it is on digital now, and it'll come to Disney Plus soon, so you can rewatch it. Or, you know, maybe some of the younger kids can rewatch it next year, you know, in the next year or two, who couldn't watch it in theaters. So our emotions make us who we are, and to try to bury the bad emotions or the bad memories is besides the point. I mean, that's the main overarching theme or message of the film. And I think it's a great universal message. You know, Disney / Pixar were saying, oh, we need more like grand messages, like family, you know, love, obviously romantic love, familial love, not like specifically, I don't think they were speaking about turning red, but they were speaking about like turning red is Canadian, right? That's like sort of specific. And then, what's the other one? Luca is like Italian, but it's about boys and like friendship, and so it's not, but it's also they turn into sea creatures. But it's sorry, spoiler if you haven't seen it. It's on the poster. But it's, you know, those are a little bit more like slightly weird or slightly more specific, right? Like it's like a Canadian Asian girl, and I hope Pixar, you know, with Elio and with, obviously they're doing Toy Story 5 and Incredibles 3, but hopefully they still touch on themes and different people. I don't think the main character should always be Caucasian. I know Bonnie's not Caucasian in Toy Story 3, 4, and 5 now, but you know, I think it's important to mix it up. Anyways, sorry. So you're not supposed to bury your emotions or memories. You're supposed to keep them with you and learn from them. They make you who you are. So obviously don't dwell on the past, but also you shouldn't try to erase it. So whoever's still here with me watching this, thank you for watching. I hope you're doing okay. Don't dwell on the past. You know, I'm almost 40 now. It is what it is, right? Everyone does nice things and everyone does not so nice things. That's just the truth, right? Even if you're just rude. Just that word, right? Rude. It happens. So don't be too hard on yourself, but also apologize if you can. That'd be nice. Alright, so it's a great message from a great film. I really loved it. I would give it 4.5 stars out of 5 stars. So yeah, that's basically it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know usually I don't do like the plot summary, but for some reason I did it for this one. And I think like interjecting my thoughts throughout the plot was nice, because it's one of those films, like, it's just like the first one, Inside Out. It's sort of like simple enough for children to understand, but also there's a lot going on. So there's elements of, you know, friendship, and friendships changing because her best friends are leaving. There's puberty, there's, you know, a sense of self-anxiety. So anxiety is a big one before I let you go. So anxiety, I think everyone feels it, right? I'm feeling it right now. I have a new school year coming up. Maybe my last school year. But anyways, I don't know. I think that's what has touched. I mean, I think the emotions idea is so awesome. That's why the first one almost made $1 billion. I think it made 900 something million all over the world. And obviously it's grown over the past 9 years on streaming. But its legacy has grown, I mean, and yeah, I think anxiety, everyone feels it. So yeah, again, you know, you just have to do what you have to do to deal with it. Exercise, hopefully, that's a good one. Eat ice cream is also not a bad one. But yeah, I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe, send this to your friends. Find me on the Letterboxd website. You can find me on Letterboxd at the Cinephile 86. And yeah, subscribe. Tell your friends. That'd be great. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time. It's so much fun doing these reviews, and I love talking about film. I can only do reviews like once or twice a year because I'm busy and tired. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.